So, we're going to be talking about that in between kind of January feeling of where do I start when it comes to losing the weight after Christmas? So, I'm Colleen, I'm a health and wellness coach, and I'm also a nurse of 22 years, and I specialise in heart health and type 2 diabetes. And there is a lot of you who have been asking me, Colleen, I have put on the weight post Christmas. It could be £2, it could be £10, who knows? But a lot of you wanted advice, so I wanted to do a video on it today and also to give you some tips on what I'll be doing over the next couple of weeks to get my body back to where it was before the party season began. So before I say anything, obviously what I'll be doing is, I don't want to trigger anybody who's got an eating disorder, or maybe somebody who is very body conscious in the sense of looking for quick fixes or anything like that. It's really important to me that obviously, like, fast forward if you find this triggering at all, and it's important to mind your mental health in this, and especially in the month of January. It is so pushed on both women and men when it comes to join a gym, lose the weight, getting you into like this sudden health fix, and you can become really kind of overwhelmed by it and daunted and triggered. So I want to make sure that anybody who's listening to this is something that I'll be doing, I'll be helping my clients with as well, because it's all about making, if it is something that you want to work with in regards to whether it's changing up your lifestyle, becoming fitter, stronger, mentally, physically or emotionally, improving on your overall wellness, and it's something you need to do because it's impacting your life, well then continue on to watch this. The most important thing about the following tips I'll be giving is they're realistic, and they're not just for the month of January. They're not just for 6 weeks. These are for life, and these are stuff that I practice even during Christmas. And as coaches out there, we're not perfect. Not all coaches are perfect, but what we certainly like to do is have fun too. And things like routine can go off. Of course it will be. You're around family and friends, and food is meant to be enjoyed, and you're meant to have fun. But then the pressure comes when it comes from January, and the pressure of getting back to work and then routine. A lot of the kids are off at the minute, so you might be still in that holiday mood, especially this week, especially from now until the 8th of December. So the following tips I'll be sharing with you, just take them. Some of them you might be doing already, you might be back at it, and some of them you might be like, oh Colleen, I know these already, but just give me a minute and I'll make it and explain it a little bit easier for you to understand in relation to be consistent long term with it. So the first one, yes, it's the big boring one. It's the sleep. And this tip is really important, and it's not mentioned enough in January. It's not mentioned enough throughout the year. Our lives are busier. We're involved in more, we're probably working more, and especially over the holiday season we are partying more or up later, or we're meeting more people, and sleep is kind of down the line because we're thinking, oh sure, I'm off, I'll catch up tomorrow. And it's actually not until we go back to work or go back to, let's say, normality, that we realize, oh my God, I really didn't catch up on the sleep. And not only am I feeling sluggish and bloated, I'm actually exhausted. I wish I got some of that time back. So people say to me, Colleen, how much sleep should I be having? And the first thing I'll say to you is get to bed before 12 o'clock. I try and get up them stairs by 9:30, 10 o'clock. And I have my night routine, which is just relax, come down, and then obviously try and get to sleep before 11 or 10:30. If I can do that, amazing. Am I perfect at it? No. Did it take me time to get into that routine? 100%. But to make it a lot easier for you, get into bed before 12 o'clock. You won't know the difference when it comes to how the following day is going to work out for you. And the other reason is because your liver actually metabolizes better when you're asleep. So the faster you get to sleep and get good quality sleep, the faster you're able to improve on your metabolism as well, because your liver is active during that time. So think about that and let that be the added motivation that you needed to get to bed. The second one is, tip number 2 is looking at your your nutrition. Okay, so it's not about restricting, it's not about blaming food, it's not about cutting out everything. It's not about like, oh God, all that food that I had over Christmas was the reason that I put on weight. No, it's really the everything you ate, plus the drinks, the fizzy drinks, even the healthy foods and the foods that you had over Christmas. They are a combination of all of them, and lack of awareness and lack of control and portion sizes that made you go out and maybe put on a couple of pounds, right? Of fat. Obviously, there's a difference between weight and fat. So, what I would say is look at your protein intake. At least start of this. Breakfast, pick your one meal and basically say, right, I'm going to have 30 grams of protein for breakfast. I'm going to have 30 for lunch and I'm going to have 30 for dinner. And then start there and see how you get on. The benefits of protein outweigh everything else you know in relation to nutrition and fat loss. It is the key component, and as women, I know men are a bit better than this, but as women we neglect it, and sometimes we can be fearful because we're afraid we'll get bulky on it. Protein is the hidden secret. It makes you feel fuller for longer, it takes longer to digest, that's why you feel fuller for longer, and also it balances and works in regards to hormone control and insulin, which is why we get our cravings and our dips and in regards to sugar. So if you start looking at protein a little bit more, I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. My clients are shocked when they start to focus on this. They find it a bit weird at the start, but by the end, in a couple of weeks, because you have to be consistent with it every day, they're like, oh my God, I wish I tried this sooner. So remember protein when it comes to nutrition. Increase your water. It's not about suddenly, oh my God, I have to drink like 2.5 liters now. If you're somebody who's only drinking 2 liters or 2 pints of water a day, having that hop is going to be huge. So what I'll do say is increase to 3 and try it out for 3 this week. Increase to 4. So gently increase your water intake, because remember, over the last month, if we're just focusing on the holiday season, there was probably a lot more coffees and teas and probably a lot more chocolate as well, can make us dehydrated, and a lot more alcohol and fizzy drinks. So we just want to get the balance back again, and we just want to get more hydration back into it. So drinking the water, and then obviously you've probably lost a little bit in the electrolytes as well. Obviously consult your GP in regards to anything like that you're taking. But again, just make sure you're gradually increasing your water again, so that you can bring a bit of goodness, and obviously that's going to have huge benefits for your skin and your hair and overall energy levels every single day. So the third tip I'm going to talk about is your supplementation, right? This is huge when it comes to, obviously, maybe a lot of the things that you would normally do over Christmas has been put out the window. Maybe the supplement press was just closed and you're now looking at it again. Maybe you've used it and you're like, I need to change something. These are the ones I believe in. These are the only ones I will recommend for my clients and myself and my family and friends. Tried and tested before I ever launch this in regards to recommending them for anybody. I always like to test it on myself first. So what I recommend is these omegas. They are incredible. They are 369, but most importantly, they have 2 added omegas, the 5 and the 7. Nowhere else can you get these. Only direct through myself, in regards to if you're looking to start on these Omegas Gold, you can get it from me, so I can drop the link, there's no problem. But why are they amazing? They're amazing on so many levels, not just in regards to obviously hair, skin, eyes, overall energy levels. They're great for inflammation and also hormones as well. That's what I feel, that's what my benefits are. So every woman, that's my goal, every woman and man will have these in their press by the end of 2024, at least the people that I know and who are willing to try them. The second one is I like whole food, I like natural, and I like anything that is plant-based. So more natural, the less stuff that's on the back of a bottle that I can't pronounce. If I can't pronounce it, then how the hell is my body going to digest it? So I recommend the fruit, the veg and the berries, all natural, amazing for, and has all the benefits of your natural minerals and natural fruit and veg, and your berries in here. It has all the benefits of hair, skin, nails, energy, overall wellness. A lot of my women who have menopause, I recommend all of this with their fruit and their veg. And their berries along with the meat. It's absolutely incredible results. So supplementation, make sure you change it up, have a look. And if you want any more information on that, just let me know. But the final tip I will have and say to you is, remember, the biggest thing about this time of year is pressure and maybe guilt, and then making your expectations too high. Stop with the high expectation, just keep it simple. And then, if the one thing I find is that people start with great intention at the beginning, but the hardest thing is consistency, finding the time when things get busy again, and also staying motivated. So forget about all that. Just try and take small steps. So stuff like, if it's taking a walk, or thinking of the protein, or having to increase your water, you're finding difficult to be consistent. Best thing you can do is actually say for the walk, well, if I do the walk, I'm going to do something good after it. Reward yourself, because the more you reward yourself after doing something good, you will be more prone to do it every day. And especially when it comes to exercise. Exercise is massive when it comes to your overall lifestyle. So set a goal that is realistic to you. And everybody says, what's the perfect exercise? What's the best one? The best one is the one that you can be consistent with, the one that you enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, you're not going to be consistent. So pick something that you enjoy. So exactly like, let's say it's walking, and then to be consistent with that every single day, and to bring in the discipline of doing it every day, bring in some kind of reward system in it for you. Whether it's like, I'm going to have a longer hot shower, I'm going to have a nice cup of hot chocolate after, I'm going to enjoy my protein smoothie that is a really, really nice one every time I complete it. If you can do that and follow them few tips, I promise you it'll make your January a hell of a lot easier. You'll get amazing results like my clients. And again, it won't be as much as a struggle as you think it will be. I promise you. Remember, anything that's advertised at the minute, especially when you listen to it, you might be attracted to the quick fix results. But please, if they're promising a lot of like fast weight loss, it's humanly impossible to lose all that in fat in 1 week or 10 days. If they say 10 pounds in 10 days, mental. A lot of it is water. Look for the red flags. Don't invest your money in things that you know you can't stick to long term. Remember, this is a lifestyle change. It's not about a quick fix just to get the couple of pounds off, because I can guarantee you by the end of it, you'll be gaining it all back when you reintroduce the foods that you weren't allowed to have, i.e. the breads, the carbs, because they're normally the ones that are attacked in this time of year. So I hope that helps. And again, click on the links. And if there's anything in regards to you're struggling and the consistency and motivation and time, I have my 28-day reset program starting on the 8th of January. I just can't wait for this. There's so many people who have signed up for it already. But just to meet you all will be incredible. But I'm opening up 5 more places because the demand is there. But once that's done, it's done. I hate that cliche line, but it's just kind of come out of my mouth. So yeah, 28 days, starting on Monday the 8th. Get into me before Friday the 5th. I've opened up for 5 more, and then that's it. I'm done. I'm full capacity. And yeah, let's enjoy 2024. No pressure, no guilt, just nice and steady, and consistency wins the race.